Greetings, brothers and sisters. My name is Brother Joel Roberts, and this afternoon I want to share a little knowledge about faith in action. Without further delay, let's go straight into our discussion this afternoon. First of all, let's define faith. What is the definition of faith? Faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. That's a Webster definition. And now let's go to the biblical definition of faith. So faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not yet seen. Let's go straight into our discussion. Faith in action. Faith in action. And it's Hebrews chapter 11, verse. We're going to read verse 1 down to 14. Faith in action. Verse 1. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. By faith, Abel brought God a better offering than Cain, his brother, did. By faith, he was commended as righteous when God spoke well of his offerings. And by faith, Abel still speaks even though he is dead. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. Verse 6, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. By faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By his faith he committed the word and became heirs of the righteousness that is in keeping with faith. Verse 8. By faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went even though he did not know where he was going. By faith he made his home in the promised land like a stranger in a foreign country. He lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. And by faith even Sarah who has passed childbearing age, wasn't able to bear children because she considered him faithful. She considered God faithful who had made the promise. And so from this one man, and he as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sand on the seashore. Verse 13. All these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance, admitting that they were foreigners and strangers on earth. Verse 14. People who say such things show that they are looking for a country of their own. So faith is not just something you think about in your mind, just believe. You say, oh, I have faith in God, or I believe this. If you truly have faith in God or whatever, you're gonna take action. So our discussion this morning is faith in action. All these great people that I've mentioned in the scripture, Abel, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they all have faith. They have faith that God is a promise keeper, and he kept his promise with them and their descendants, even though they didn't live to see what God promised them, but they have faith and they believe and trust in God. One person lived to see it. Sarah, she was mentioned in this passage I just read. She had faith, even though she passed the age of childbearing, but she had faith that God was the God of the impossible. You know, He can do whatever because He's God, and He allowed her to bear a child in her womb, even though she was very old, according to our own human, imagination, and our mindset. But faith is actually an action word. If you have faith in something, you got to take action towards it. If you have faith, you're gonna have a promotion at your job. You gotta actually go the extra mile and be noticed by your boss to accomplish what you desire. So faith is not just saying you have faith, because even the demons believe in God, but yet and still they are not saved. But faith it should be always put into action. That's true faith. It's not just lip service. And now let's go to James chapter 2. We're going to read verse 14 to the end of 22. Verse 14. What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and they the food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone would say, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish person. Do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Was not our father Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. Like I said, faith is an action word. You see, Father Abraham, he's known as the man of faith. He was a great man. It was what he did was counted unto him as righteousness. Because if you really do believe in God, some things, God will make things possible for you when in your mind, in our human minds, we cannot possibly conceive the thought that God is able to do what He promised. But we need to have faith in God and trust Him that He is a faithful God, and He will always come true with His promises for our lives. So faith put into action is what counts, and it's what brings forth God promises for our lives. We as believers, it said the righteous shall walk by faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. Yeah, faith is very important. It's important. As believers, we definitely have faith in God. Especially in these times where there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of panic. Faith and fear doesn't reside in the same mind. So if you have faith in God, all your fears should automatically be eliminated from in your mind, from in your heart, and put your trust in the Most High God. Stay prayed up. Be bold and have faith, true faith, and put it into action, and keep occupying. My name is Brother Joel Roberts from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay encouraged. And faith, true faith, is put into action. Amen. Bye.